Howdy folks, since the topic of splines has been coming up a lot lately, I figured I'd whip up this visualization in C# and so we can look at how they're done. So let's check it out. The simplest spline starts with only 3 points. The first thing we do is make 2 line segments to connect from A to B to C. There we go. Now what we want to do is we want to take a number from 0 to 1, like this, right? Where a number is 0 at the start of each line and 1 is the end of it. So this is 0, that's the start, 1 is the end. And so these dots show the points. So this will be 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1.0. So that's where our position is along each line from 0 to 1 as we travel along. Now what we're going to do is, as we increase our number, we go to a place that far along the length of each of these lines, and note that it's directly proportional. So if the first segment is twice as long as the second, you would end up traveling twice as far on each step. So as you can see here, these are this far apart. These are considerably farther apart because this is about, what, 16 to 9, I think? It's almost a 2 to 1. It's fairly close to 16 to 9 type of ratio. So anyway, what we want to do is we're going to use these 2 points to make another line segment like this. So our line segment goes from these 2 points. As our number travels from 0 to 1, as you can see, we're at, let's go back to 0.1, right? 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So as you see, as our number goes up, each point moves along, and so we connect our line segment along that. The next step is to use the same 0 to 1 type of motion, but we're going to do it along our red segment here, and we're going to do that with the same 0 to 1. So when we go all the way back to here, go all the way back to the beginning, we can do that with the mouse too. We go all the way back to the beginning, and our 0 point's going to be here. And so we're going to use this, our blue dot is going to move along our red point. See how it's moving along the red point? And it's getting farther, so we're at 0.2 here, and 0.2 here, we're also 0.2, 1/5 of the way from here to here. So this moves along there, and as you can see, it's kind of making a little curve, isn't it? So what we can do is connect those points like this, and there you go. And now if we get rid of the line here, you can see as our point travels along, our spline is formed. And the smoothness of the spline is really just a function of how many steps you take. So here we're doing 100 steps, but if we only do 10 steps, there you go. So if you only do 10 steps, you'd go here, then here, and so you would grab the position at each of these points. So that's how you smooth the spline. Now, for example, in Railroads Online, when you're making a curve that's kind of sharp, you can almost start to see these little angular spots because they don't super duper subdivide it. But anyway, that is the basic of how splines work. There are actually more levels to this, and I'll do a follow-up video if there's enough interest in it, and we can do the next level, and we'll try to do basically something like the way they do it in the actual game that I've been playing on this channel. But anyway, there we go. That's how splines work. Leave a comment or a question if you have any. And yeah, thanks for watching. Later.